Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I'm so very happy that you're here with me. In this week's episode of Be1, Be You, we are diving into the theme, finding happiness. It's really hard to feel happy when we're down, right? And it's really easier to be happy when life is making us happy. But what about those moments when there really isn't anything happening to move our life forward and we feel as though something needs to change? And we really seek that feeling that we call being happy. Don't worry, be happy. The great being Meher Baba, who lived from 1894 to 1969, said the most difficult emotion to get through was anxiety, and it makes people unhappy. When we feel anxious, we're worrying. We are not present and truly trusting our connection and what it can be with the infinite source. I make use of the phrase infinite source to describe God, the universal self that's present in all of us, and it is incredible light and heightened consciousness that brings us into a state of love. So finding happiness is our ultimate exploration. To begin to find happiness, you want to come into the moment. You want to trust being right here, right now. And to take that deep breath that you know how to do, inhaling long and deep and exhaling long and deep, so that you can show up. Your life is not about the future, and your life is not about the past. Basically, when you fluctuate between past and future, or future and past, you're out of breath, you're not present, and you're living in anxiety. You're living in fear. To dive right into finding a stable point inside of you that can hold happiness, that can hold the environment for happiness to blossom. You want to discover and enter into your solar plexus, the center of the sun within inside of you. Your solar plexus is right under your rib cage in the center, underneath that pointy bone called the xiphoid point. And it is the center of your nervous system connection in your body. It is the way station, the receptor, the receiving mechanism for life energy to come into you. As you bring your mind into your solar plexus, you are opening up the channels in your nervous system to connect into a happy zone. It's a zone of inner peace. There's nothing really too fancy about finding it, because it is a journey from being in your head to move down through your heart center in your upper chest into your solar plexus, which helps you to not only have a center place to live in your body, but it also is a filter for incoming vibrations, thoughts, and energies that come from the world around you and from people. So if you're feeling stressed, exhausted, burnt out, and maxed out, I'd like to invite you to find your solar plexus. And this is the beginning of our journey into finding happiness. Because just like a sunny day, when the sun is shining brightly and it feels so good to feel the sun on you, to move into your solar plexus and to feel the sunshine within you is the beginning of your sun shining in you to keep you warm, keep you happy, and keep the fire going inside of you. The more that you receive higher energy, the more you can access feeling happy in the moment. When higher energy comes in through the form of light, it can also trigger old feelings and emotions that have been caught, that have been stuck within side of your cellular energies. Your cells are carriers, they're holders, they're containers for energy to be alive, to interact with your other cells. So on a cellular level, when you're connecting with energy through you, you're creating a happy zone. You're finding your happy zone. And another fast way to find that inner zone is to be in pure nature, to give yourself that time away so that you can experience the elements, the water, the earth, the air, the fire, interchanging with spirit or ether, and you are able to be lifted. We hold on to old memories that have not yet been brought up to our conscious self. Our self meaning your mind and your heart connected. Many of us just live in our heart, and when it comes to making really great decisions for our life, we may falter. We live in a time where living in the head shuts down the heart, and we perceive life instead of being one with life. You'll notice the difference that when you walk through your day connected into your solar plexus, that you're going to draw happiness into you, towards you. When you're out of your solar plexus, you're going to create anxiety, and you're going to have a hole inside of your energy field where it's easier, simpler, faster to take on energies that may not be really supportive for you. Another way, the quickest, most permanent way, you hear the word permanence, is to connect with the part of you that's within you that was never given the opportunity to fully express his or her happiness. We all experience that. I've worked with people who have a difficult time staying happy. It's connected to not being supported and even really allowed to be really happy as a kid. And so externals were used to fill in the hole inside, such as sugar and junk food and getting an altered up from an external food that's a substance that is later then replaced with workaholism, and you name it, because it's not just alcohol or sex or using plant medicine to help come into oneself. What happens is that you bypass yourself. The mind is naturally connected into the astral world. The astral world has 108 planes in it, and it can look like heaven when you die. It can also look and feel like hell. That's created from the thoughts that you had and your energies and your behaviors, how you worked with energy, with life when you were alive. So the astral plane is a place that's usually it's made use of as a promise to find happiness. I'm talking about going deeper and higher than the astral plane. I'm talking about returning and connecting to your soul. Because when you connect into your soul, it is the lasting, permanent happiness. Doesn't mean that you don't get sad or you don't feel grief when there's loss in your life, or you're going through unknown transitions and you feel stretched and you're having to adapt to change quickly. Those are stressful. And yeah, it's fabulous to stay connected to the happiness within your heart, even through tough times, during those times of challenges where you don't know the outcome. You're in the unknown. There is a place inside of you that is pure happiness. And he or she is a glowing, vibrant bundle of inspiration, energy, insight, and pure power. If as a child you were asked to subdue yourself and behave yourself, fit into what was being asked of you, not to speak or show your excitement about life, it's hard to feel happiness because those channels inside of you were shut down. So the simplest and fastest way to reopen into your true happy self is to find the you that wasn't allowed to really be happy unless there were permissions given in your environment that came about through, maybe watching a movie, or maybe listening to an adult speak, or perhaps you were taken on a trip and there was happiness. But to really find that true happiness, you have to open up the channel, the doorway into happiness that is always there waiting for you. Feeling to the moment and remember a moment in your life when you were really happy. And get a sense of what that moment feels like now, and bring it up. And fill your whole being in that happiness. Fill every cell in your body with that happiness, and let all the cells in your body smile. And as you're in this memory of happiness, invite in the part of you that wasn't supported or given permission to or allowed to really be happy, and invite him or her to partake in this moment of happiness. Look into the eyes of the part of you that was not supported or given permission to be in that happy place, and remember what it feels like to be controlled and shut down, or judged, or made to feel like who you were wasn't enough, or that you weren't good enough or worthy enough of the happiness that it was possible because it lived in you. And call in the happiness. Give permission to the part of you that shut its own happiness down, and give him permission right now to open, to look at you, for you to look at him or her and say, I love your happiness. I love your sorrow. I love your joy. I love your sadness. I love you. And through your acceptance of all of your feelings, there is that spark of true happiness that bubbles up, that emerges like a flame coming up through the logs in a fireplace as the fire sparks. You are the fire of happiness. You are the water, the flowing water of happiness, the earth of happiness, supporting and sustaining all of your efforts and dreams. You are the air of happiness. You are the breath. Each breath that you take in to bring in this happy memory, that happy moment of being one with pure happiness, one with the you that is happy. And to give yourself the opportunity to let go of a way, a habit, a pattern that you make use of to make you happy. The closer you come to your original self, the source of you, the higher you go into the universal and personal connection that lives within you. You are uniquely you. Your happiness is unique to you. And when you find a friend, a lover, a partner, a life playmate that you can share happiness with, it's a great gift, and honor their happiness as well as your own. Know that no one can really make you happy. It can make you feel good. You can feel happy because you are feeling connected to you. And then in the sharing of being connected with you, your happiness can increase with a friend, a lover, a partner, where there is an honoring of each other's experience so that you both are in the moment, you both are present. And in your presence of happiness, I want to invite you to make a vow, make a commitment to finding the happy moment inside yourself each day where you are connecting to the you who really loves and who can hold the space of love for you and for others. Give yourself this week a moment each day or several moments where you can radiate in the happiness that you have just by being you, by being one with the sun of happiness within you, the light that you are. And may each day open to give to you greater happiness so that the cells in your body, the palms of your hands open to receive the happiness that comes through love from those that care about you, from the work that you do, in the little moments where you are choosing to be open and receptive. Choose happiness and see and feel what comes to you this week. Thank you so very much for joining with me, sending you all my love. Take wonderful care of you, holding you with deep happiness. Much love. This is Ayana Leahy.